from my book Cockfight Loser, available on Amazon, a poem about the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's about libido, animalist intent, visceral priapism. How, even when you're making something pretty like a piece of jewelry or a painting, really what you're doing is you're unleashing your animal libido, creating the most powerful event or product outcome you can manifest. It takes a lot of viciousness to do that. It's not an effort for the meek or the pretty. It's an animalist, libidinal effort to kill or be killed. That is how I see art and human achievement. And this book explains it all using the Metropolitan Museum of Art as emblem. In fact, it's such a great poem, it was copied by someone else. So here it goes. It's funny that somebody would copy a poem which is about doing anything to create art, regardless of morality. So there you go, proving it. The name of the poem about the museum is Somehow We've Lost Something Beyond Pentimento and Palimpsest. And here it goes. It's a little bit of the motif, gothic and bloody, of Edgar Allan Poe, a little bit of the theme of Dylan Thomas, the fuse that draws the flower upward, how one flower will do anything to another flower to get more of the sun. And using those two instigators, I created this poem. Somehow we've lost something beyond Pentimento and Palimpsest. I went to the Blat, and who to blame? No art, just wolves in frames. Wolf tapestries of brooding dens, not just Anubis, but wolf men. Lapine, Lapage, and Alokai, Curio with lapis lazuli, Romulus, Amaranth, Corbeau, lush lime-plastered wolf fresco. Moreover, this long crinite tour adorned noctambulist couture, and plush stoles bought from the Blet store. M's upside down the patrons wore. I gasped and clambered down the stairs, whirled and saw a great wolf lair beneath that want of grand facade, fountain rose and promenade. Huge visage of a wolf growled forth, of blue guards down in a Hogarth, with bloody-tongued red carpet stairs, taste buds, dignitaries in nightmare. White-cristed, horned, hipster war hall, with some cetaceous, slow-eyed doll, for wolves to gourmandize at ease, their bad wolf breath upon the breeze. Blocks I ran, feeling much the lesser, flying up the flat. Professor! His glasses sank. Shush, my scholars. Busily sketching wolves they were, some concealing, others bolder, some were his and some were hers. Since when? How long has all this been? My mentor treated me as kin, and showed me this here sketch to be, with hidden snarl, this sketch was me. He laughed and rolled those hoary grays under some fallen yellow hay. It really isn't bad, you know. One girl stood up in a wolf tableau. Frames intensify much of life. Life's intensity is a wolf, and some of us have trained ours. Mine goes on without me hours. You'll see one day. Funny she knew that all I wanted wolves could do. Still maybe I'd no further look, but fast upon my paws she hooked. I felt hate for this girl on fours, a fulsome hate which love endures. Here's somebody for you to taunt, she pointed. Look, he's so arm-gaunt, we keep him around to stroke and pat, 'cause that's forsooth all he's good at. The professor quieted her. He's all fair. He tries to see more than just his wolf's vision, so slim. What little he eats I give him. Feed me, please, squealed Scabrous All Fair, and I'll show you an art that's bare, art to make you all turn away, art even wolves would not display. My mentor grabbed me like a puppet, dated me along, back to the Blet. Beneath huge galleries of Rome, down through an ancient catacomb, a lurid sight to which I wed. On halberds wolves impaled, half dead. Their blood dripped down this wall of hell, to flutes of well-heeled clientele. Great grey rats churned about their feet of art sponsors, a feat unmeet, tastemakers beyond election, classy rats above correction. My mentor knew my next question. They must not drink the whole potion. First, their feeble constitutions needed digested, broken down. I whined. Is this all the process? I mean, is this art as it is? Murmurs rose from the Blat. What art? Oh, pray that no such thing should start. Softer echoes limbed. Art? Where? When? The cavern rang stentorian. There's no art but viscid shadow, muscle sense, heart's ways to and fro, heart chambers close, open, close, exhibits open to close as I chose. My mentor shook me for my good. True museums must wear black hoods. Origin art, art essential, is like catching Santa edentulous, or seeing your parents making up, or driving, pissing in a cup. Art that lived was killer art. That other art goes on the cart. Now this slaughterhouse wanted me out, suddenly lit ahead the route. How my professor pitied me. Up the serpentine path we walked. There's nothing left to show you. Yes, it's time you should just go. His countenance so wrinkled, my limbic system tingled. It dawned upon me who just wins in Wolf and Fox Hunt by Rubens. I took a slab out of the wall and swung it bullseye for my all. I felt panic at what I'd done. Turned and saw this rat woman. She wiped her mouth with some past art. Her friend gave me a piece of heart. I felt inclined to nod with pleasure. I kissed her on the mouth for measure. I was hot, afraid. I understood. Blood banks stood where these rats stood, and their blood could be used by me. They feared me now, that I could see. I think my arm rose up to haul down hard a halberd from the wall. Wolves fell to the floor, made alive by scores of vermin underside. One started blind for the cafe, where visitors like Ecorche were helpless toward any essay, demanding Rembrandt anyway. Their wolfskins ran the blet for days, until they ran their separate ways like kids dragged to the museum on bloody knees and parents' whim, fresh offerings twinkling with time, a look the smug rat people mime, as they turnstile artist slaughter in every statue, every picture, staring back with dead wolves' eyes, compact, compassionate sacrifice. I left the blet, feeling at peace. Mocked some merchants on the street who pander and trade their art to eat till powers yanked them by their feet. I rested upon the great lawn to a sudorific vision, tectonic plates so vicious sharp, subduct as canines rip apart this whole wide world of a wolf itself consigned to a cell of blood. And that's the poem about the Met, about the visceral animalist intent in creating any great work of art. Please buy Cockfight Loser on Amazon. I think it's worth it. And go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and see all that art created with such ferocity and delight.